Well, we'll have to start with the details of the news, and we start in the Western region as chiefs and elders of 3 communities who own the lands for the Abuate thermal plant in the Western region say that T3 power plant generators will never produce power again until the gores in the area are pacified. Well, the chiefs are also demanding immediate payment of compensation for the lands which government acquired for the project before they reverse the evil spells their gores have evoked on the operations of the Volta River Authority at Abuase. The T3 combined cycle plant is a $256 million power generation project funded by the Canadian government and also managed by the Volta River Authority, which currently uses both light crude oil and gas for power generation. Correspondent Kweku Owusu-Pepra, who spoke to an elder of the community, revealed there has not been specific payments for the lands acquired several years ago. The compensation for the 2 lands is reportedly amounting to about 23 billion Ghana cedis.
President Mahama has revealed that U.S. experts' investigations into market fires have established that the Makola market fire was caused by illegal electrical connection, but that of the Kumasi market was inconclusive. He made the revelation when Nana Oyelitha, Minister for Gender, Children and Social Protection, led leaders of market fire victims in the Greater Accra region to call on him at the Flagstaff House, Kanda. He added that reports on all other fires were also inconclusive. This is the first time content of the report has been made public since it was ready last October. Deputy Interior Minister James Agalga had earlier insisted the content of the forensic report was not public consumption because it had security implications. President Mahama, in the heat of constant news reports about the market fire earlier this year, had suggested arsonists could be behind the crisis. 4 persons were subsequently arrested for prosecution of the market infamous.
Former Ghana High Commissioner to the United Kingdom, Chris Kodo, is expected to appear before the Judgment Debt Commission today to explain his role in the disbursement of a remaining $3.5 million derived from the sale of an oil drill ship belonging to the Ghana National Petroleum Corporation. His appearance becomes necessary as of Monday when the former Minister of Energy Kandapa and his deputy Katie Hammond connected him to the saga. The 2 former ministers told the Commission a Government of Ghana account was opened in the United Kingdom, into which the remaining $3.5 million was paid, an account which was later dissipated by officials of the Ghana High Commission in the United Kingdom, headed by then High Commissioner to the UK, Chris Kodo.
Government will today mount a defense before an Accra Commercial Court in the pursuit to recover £47 million wrongfully paid to the Waterville Holdings Limited. Deputy Attorney General Dr. Dominic Ayini will be leading government's team of lawyers to contest on applications for a stay on proceedings brought by Waterville. The company is making a last-minute bid to stop the Attorney General from retrieving money the Supreme Court said it allegedly obtained from the state. The Supreme Court on June 14, 2013, ordered Waterville to return to the state an amount of £47 million obtained from the state on the basis of contracts the court declared null and void. The case was brought by former AGE Martin ABK Amidu. The Supreme Court agreed. It therefore ordered the firm to pay back the money. As part of efforts to retrieve the amount, the Attorney General and Minister of Justice, Marita Brew, appear upon file process at the High Court in order to execute the judgment.
Head of Regulatory Affairs at Tobinco Pharmaceuticals, Bernard Boateng, has described as unfair the detention of the company's CEO Monday night at the Nima police station. Samuel Amotobing was released on a 2 million Ghana cedi bail after some hours in detention.
Officials from IOCO and FDA joint team.
The head of regulatory affairs at Tobinco, Bernard Boateng, says the CEO voluntarily reported to IOCO with his lawyer to discuss the ensuing impasse between the company and the FDA, only to be confronted with accusations that he incited staff to obstruct the work of IOCO. The offense is being linked to a standoff between the FDA and Tobinco workers at one of their warehouses about 2 weeks ago. Bernard Boateng, however, denies the claims.
What really happened was 2 weeks ago, we had officials from IOCO and FDA joint team coming to a manufacturing facility that belongs to Mr. Tobin but does not bear the name Tobinco. So the management of that facility decided to question, why would you come here? We understand, yes, you have issues with Tobinco, you have some things that you are discussing, but where we are now is not Tobinco. And so you will do us good if you at least give us a search warrant or a court order that instructs you to come to this premises, which we thought was fair. And all that while, Mr. Tobin was not in the facility. So really, if we say that the offense is obstruction of duty, then it becomes a little questionable, because indeed the duty that they were supposed to perform that day was performed. So where does the obstruction of duty come in?
According to him, the action by IOCO was simply witch hunting.
We have made it clear in our press conference that if some individuals have openly told the Tobin that I will finish you, I will bring you down like I did to Sementia and all that, then what is happening is like a fulfillment of that promise or that threat. And so you will see that indeed what is happening is just clear acts of harassment and victimization, for which we see that it is not necessary at all. Because if the issue happened 2 weeks ago, the question that will be on everybody's mind is, why do you want to arrest the person only yesterday for that offense only?
The Parliamentary Select Committee on Health, who have already waded in the controversy, have asked the company not to engage the FDA and IOCO in any media war while they resolve the matter.
Government is set to launch a 32-meter telescope soon as part of its efforts to build the country's space science and technology industry. Minister for Environment, Science and Technology, Joe Otinaje, who made this known at the Fifth African Leadership Conference in Accra, emphasized that the project will positively impact the country's agricultural, telecommunication and mining sector, among others. The continent, as part of efforts to improve its capabilities in space science and technology, have committed to the multi-billion-dollar Square Array Radio Telescope project under the leadership of South Africa.
The SKA project will improve African capability in space science, technology, and innovation. The enormous benefits infrastructure will contribute immensely to economic growth of Africa. It will create jobs for thousands of African youth. It will also make it possible for African scientists with their counterparts elsewhere to answer some of the basic questions in astrophysics.
Those of us in environment, we are looking for using it to see Galamsey people and taking images of those who are doing it. I don't have to be there, but the technology will allow me to take the images. Once I get to an image, I'll be able to follow up and allow the laws to apply. In the areas of disaster, if something happens, depending on the use of your mobile, you should be able to relay it to the appropriate place within the shortest of time. And those are the areas, both the health, agric, monitoring of environmental things, national security, borders. People are smuggling cocoa, they are smuggling fuel. These days, with that technology, we should be able to see you crossing and use that to prevent and ensure that we sustain the economy.
We take you to Northern Ghana, where the Wa Municipal Assembly has embarked on a decongestion exercise to free up its business district. Properties worth several thousands of Ghana cedis, including the former Wa International School, were demolished in the exercise to allow a relocation of the main bus terminal currently at Wa Kejitia. Rafiq Salam's report from Wa.
The Wa Kejitia bus terminal is packed with human beings and container shops, which are competing for space with the vehicles. The congestion has created a favorable atmosphere for thieves to operate while pedestrians are often knocked down by vehicles. In a bid to free up the bus terminal, the Wa Municipal Assembly decided to demolish the former Wa International School and other structures close to it to create space for the relocation of the terminal. Armed with a rented bulldozer, the Assembly's task force reduced the school and other shops to rubble as the helpless owners looked on. This man, who identified himself as Imori Tivena, accused the Assembly of not consulting them before embarking on the exercise.
We are not aware. They didn't check the land laws. And the place is not for government land. Yes, we are not aware. Nobody is aware of it. Those who put their containers they are not aware. We won't agree. Although that the container that is along the road, they have to remove all. If not, we won't agree. We have to take it. We won't leave it here. We won't leave the matter here. We are going to send it beyond all our control. So we won't leave it here.
Although he says he supports the Assembly's decision to decongest the area, the affected persons may resort to legal action since the Assembly has been partial in its approach. Meanwhile, the Municipal Chief Executive for Wa, Isaaku Nuhu Putiaha, has defended the Assembly's action, arguing they have done no wrong.
In fact, that particular structure that we are pulling down is so dilapidated, it hasn't been in use. What we have to say is that some people were illegally using it as a school. It was also a hub for criminals to do their nefarious activities, especially in the night. And it has not been used. Though an assembled property, it was idling for a very long time. So that structure, in actual fact, was not used legally by any other person.
He appealed to residents to support the Assembly achieve its mandate of bettering the lives of the people. Rafiq Salam's report from Wa.
Well, so the news team will be following up on the developments following that very demolition exercise in the capital of the Upper West region. Wow.
Now we take a look again at our headlines. Investigations into market fires established the Makola market fire was caused by illegal electoral connection, while that of Kumasi market was inconclusive.
Well, this is almost like a warning from the chiefs and people of in Zema area, the Abuasi area, where we have the T3 plants being managed by the Volta River Authority. They say the facility will never work till gods are pacified.
That's
Very
interesting. And the last one, government meets Waterview Holdings Limited in court today in a bid to recover some £47 million wrongfully paid to that company.
Well, so those are the news updates we have for you in the morning. We'll keep giving you a lot more updates on AM Talk. We'll be looking at corruption perception index. We're being told Ghana is what?
57 from bottom to up.
Okay,
57.
so it means we've gone up, right?
We've gone down.
We've gone down.
So we are doing well.
We're doing well. That's what it says. Well. And then we'll be looking at the concerns former Attorney General has, Martin Amidu, on the issue of the constitution of a committee by the Chief Justice, Theodora Wood, to look at that very leaking tape of former Communication Minister Victoria Hammer.
Let's get interactive. 176-00544334722. That's our WhatsApp number.
That's
and
right.
Joy News on Facebook, right?
Joy News on
on
TV.
TV. That's our Facebook page. And up next is sports. Stay on.
We'll be right back. Well, so we're ready for Sports Now. It's brought to you by Tigo. Smile, you've got Tigo. Now, for our first story, we all know Joseph King Kong Agbako will be fighting against Guillermo Rodongo. And, well, Azuma Nelson, ahead of the fight, has been advising the young chap.
Boxing is boxing. Anything can happen, you know. He can knock the opponent in the first round. The opponent can knock him in the first round by, you know, and some mistake can happen, and you know. But I know Agbako is a good boxer, you know, and all he need is a good hard training, you know, hard training, and he can win. If Agbako lose, he didn't lose because he's a lack of experience, you know. He'll lose it because it's not in good condition.
And Friday will mark the day when Ghana will know which group the Black Stars will belong to for the 2014 World Cup that will take place in Brazil. And ahead of that very event, the Black Stars head coach Kwesi Appiah says he's all up for it. Depending on which group that the Black Stars are putting, the team is ready.
You know, once you've qualified, you know, automatically any team that has qualified to the World Cup stage, you know, it's a big country. And for me, you know, if you are afraid to meet one of the big countries, then, you know, it's better you tell yourself, no, we're not going for the World Cup. Prepare yourself very well so that, you know, you'll be able to face anything that comes up.
Well, so we wish the Black Stars all the best, but there's a build-up to that very draw that's taking place on Friday, and we'll bring you the latest. Commonwealth Games has been launched in Ghana.
I have confidence that Ghana Olympics Committee will be bringing a lot of medals. I mean, I believe strongly that we are going to win one of our highest medals ever in any competition, looking at the teams we have and the competitions and medals that the athletes are winning. I mean, we now have potentials in swimming, we have potentials in badminton, potentials in weightlifting, we have potentials in almost every discipline that we'll be competing in. And so if we say that we are not competing in the Olympics, I'm sure that Ghana Olympics will not allow us, will not be happy with me at all. Let us open up, let the game start, and Ghana goes up there to prove a point to the whole world that we are not only doing well in football, but we are going to prove a point in other disciplines.
One little thing to note about the dates. That means the Commonwealth Games are immediately after the Football World Cup in Brazil. So you will be able to watch the Black Stars play England in the World Cup final in Rio and still have time to go to Glasgow. I won't predict the result, but I look forward to a good game. So once again, following the Olympics and the Paralympics, we will see some of the world's finest athletes and sports people coming and competing in the United Kingdom. And I'm delighted that Ghana, a proud member of the Commonwealth, with a proud sporting history, will be there too.